Faced with the endless demands of female patients, Charlie, as a doctor, was anxious and reluctant, but he dared not refuse, because this is a world controlled by women. Men are like birds trapped in cages, with no freedom at all. In this country where women are superior to men, most men have fallen on the battlefield. The few remaining men have not only become the target of women's competition, but also shoulder the important mission of reproducing the next generation. For this reason, a reception day was set up for men. Every time this day came, women would bring their documents and line up to the designated place to enjoy their happy time. In order to meet their needs, the men's bodies have long been hollowed out. Faced with this inhuman torture, some men often wake up having them as bad dreams, and some even choose to flee this country and go far away. Therefore, the women also specially formed a pursuit team. Once the escaped men are caught, they will be severely punished. When facing his wife who is as fierce as a wolf, Dr. Charlie always feels timid. His wife's day and night demands made him feel exhausted, and getting a moment's rest became a luxury. Finally, Charlie made up his mind to escape from this suffocating cage. At the same time, John was about to be squeezed dry by his wife, and his body was forced to embark on the Freedom Train to a long distance. However, this journey became his lingering nightmare. The whole carriage was full of women like chickens, and John was frightened by their expectant eyes. Just when he was at a loss, a woman stood up and offered her seat. John realized the danger and instinctively wanted to refuse, but the woman was relentless and dragged him over directly. At this moment, the eyes of the women around him flashed with greed, as if they were ready to swallow him up at any time. John, who finally escaped from the carriage, met Charlie, who had the same experience. The two could be said to be brothers in distress, so they decided to find a world without women and start their own new life again. On the way, they met more male compatriots who were drained of their bodies by women like themselves. They walked along the railway line, vowing to escape from this desperate and suffocating situation. As the fleeing team continued to grow, many strong men also came to their senses and joined them resolutely despite their wives' desperate retention. The women triggered the pursuit team to catch all the fleeing men back. Faced with the pursuit and interception of the women, the male compatriots ran around on their backs. Soon Charlie and John were surrounded. Their eyes were full of fear and despair, while the women were extremely excited. Just when the fat captain was about to punish the two, fortunately the female commander arrived in time to prevent a tragedy from happening. She ordered her men to take the two back to the base camp first, and then give them to everyone after human body modification. On the way back, Charlie, who could no longer bear it, strongly condemned the women's immoral behavior. Faced with Charlie, who overestimated his own abilities, the women laughed harshly. Finally, Charlie and John were sent to the hospital and underwent an inhumane accessory modification operation. Fortunately, the operation was very successful. The nurses excitedly ran into the ward to see the results, and the women waiting in line outside had long wanted to have an intimate interaction with the men. In the following days, Charlie and John were like slaves paid for love, enduring destruction and torture. Many years later, the two old and frail men were abandoned by the women in the mountains. Until this moment, they were truly free.